Well, I thought I'd do another video for asjarra since he liked the last video. So what we got here for our components today? We have a John Morrell Polish sausage, and I mean this stuff here is, I get these two dogs here, these two Polish sausages for $1. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. $1 for that. And then we're gonna have some corn, some sweet corn, and some carrots. With that, we're gonna have some, I believe this is Uncle Ben's minute rice, and we're gonna add some Louisiana Supreme Worcestershire sauce. So basically, if anybody doesn't really know what this is, it's kind of like smoked wood. But we can double check the ingredients. You got distilled vinegar, high fructose corn syrup, molasses, salt, aged red peppers, soy. Well, that's a lot more different than the old-fashioned wood smoke that I would normally call it. Oh, it's got gum. It's got gum in there. Someone stuck a wad of gum in there. And then some other things that I can't say. It's got mustard seed in there too. So anyways, I'm gonna give this a shot. So we're gonna go ahead and just start with I'm gonna sear the Polish sausages first. Oh, my knife broke. Malfunction with the blade. Now we'll just turn it on. I'm not really in a hurry for the meal right now, so I got the flame at pretty much medium, and I'm gonna let these simmer up. We'll come back after it reaches my desired stage for searing, and we'll be back. Alright, so we got the meat seared decently enough. It only took roughly a minute for each side. And now I'm going to add some water. I'm going to take it off camera here. You'll hear some searing though. I mean, you'll hear the water as it hits the pan. Alright, so we got quite a bit of water in here, but I am putting rice in, so it's going to soak up some of that, and then also I am going to be reducing it down, and that's probably about all the rice I'll need. Might just put a dash in there more yet. You'll find one thing in my cooking is I don't do measuring. My mother is a very good baker, and she dreads having to be put in a moment where she has to ask my help for baking, because baking is a science. You have to have the right mixture of ingredients, because you're doing heat and chemical reactions and all this other stuff. But when it says add like a teaspoon of salt, well, I'll just take my hand, yeah, it looks like a teaspoon, and I'll just throw it down into the into the mix. So only on the end of days will she ask me to help with her baking. So now we got the water and the rice. We're going to give this a try. See if there's a cap on it. There is. Oh, I'm off camera, but I can't really move it in the camera because I got a pilot light on this oven and that sucker is warm. Alright, so we got the cap off. So what is the Worcestershire sauce? Probably you'd say it's like an equivalent to soy sauce, but it has more of a musky, a good terminology to say for it. Well, like I said, I always call it the wood sauce. So we're gonna go ahead and drizzle that in there. Again, no exact measurements. I'm just throwing it in there. If it's too much, it's too much. If it's too little, it's too little. Give that a mix here. And I know this all is really exciting. I'm gonna add some flavoring to it. I do like myself some pepper, so I'm going to add some finely ground pepper. I'm really not much of a salt person, but I do like pepper. I'll have mac and cheese with pepper and my mac and cheese will look black. Alright, I can already tell already that the minute rice is getting pretty soft. So this won't take too long. Again, I'm gonna let this simmer. I'm gonna let it reduce. I'm gonna let the moisture reduce down. It's gonna suck for me because it's gonna make my apartment hot. Alright, so it didn't take long for the rice to soak up all that water, and it's already pretty nice and soft. So I'm gonna add my vegetables now. I don't want to add the juice into the mix. I'm going to save the juice for stock for another meal. So right now I'm just draining. Granted, this is pretty much preservatives and all the other fun stuff, cornstarch preservative, but it still has flavoring in it, and it can be used as a stock for other meals. So that was the carrots. Now we'll go with the sweet corn. Pour that in there, and I'll go ahead and put this in the fridge with a lid on it and use it for another meal. So, some sliced carrots. I'll throw that in there. Now you might be wondering why didn't I throw the carrots and the corn in there while I was cooking the rice and everything else? Because I didn't want the flavors to blend together. I want to be able to distinctly taste the carrots and the corn from the rice and Polish sausage. So that's why I'm waiting till the end here to add my veggies. And I'm just mixing this together. Nice color. The corn really looks appealing with this meal. And the contents are already in, the rice and the hot dogs, the Polish sausage. They're already warm, and the cans of vegetables are kept at room temperature. So I really don't have to cook this anymore either. I can just turn the heat off make sure it's off. And so now that the heat is off, I'm just going to go ahead and let the heat that's still left in the pan and left in the contents that were in it before I poured in the vegetables just warm up the vegetables. And also the kernels will be nice and crispy. If I was to put that in there when I was boiling the rice with the meat, the kernels would be a little soggy. Same with the carrots. The carrots are going to be crispy too because I put them towards the end. This here, you could probably, if you quarter it, you got yourself four meals worth. So 4 meals. The Uncle Ben's minute rice is probably like what, $3 for the box, and I've used the contents twice now. And each of the cans of vegetables were about 79 cents a piece. The polo sausage was $1 for 2 links of polo sausage. So basically, we're talking under $4. So basically, $1 a plate out of this mixture here for you. So if folks want to give it a try, go ahead. If you're not a Worcestershire sauce fan, you could try substituting it with soy sauce if you want, or you could do a hot sauce. That is it. Hope asjarra, you enjoyed this segment, and some more vids will be coming up shortly. Take care.